What's going on?
Shoppers browsing for costumes and spooky decorations are shocked when a deadly shooting erupts in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The fatal encounter is captured by a body cam, but the man wearing it isn't a police officer. He's a security guard assigned to a Spirit Halloween store.
Mama killed somebody! Why?
The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On October 16, 2025, a 25-year-old armed security guard named Josiah Armijo is keeping watch at his current post, a Spirit Halloween seasonal costume store that seems to greatly require his services.
That nigga look like one of them niggas in high school and middle school and elementary school and shit. All he was eating at the lunchroom was PB&J sandwiches and shit, fool. With an apple. Probably with the goddamn true moo milk, all type of shit, man. Well, that nigga neck, fool. That nigga neck, fool. At 25, this nigga he like 32. You feel me? Going 33 or something, fool.
Current post. A Spirit Halloween seasonal costume store that seems to greatly require his services.
I'm able to control requesting an 82. Got 5 documents currently stealing from the store at the Spirit off of Indian School. Hey, I caught him concealing it. Hey guys, I need you to leave the store. I need you guys to leave the store. I saw you concealing your shirt, so I need you and your friends to leave. Let's go. Put the hat down, let's go. Put the stuff down. You guys are no longer walking in Spirit, alright?
Hold on, he said they was. What you thought they was stealing or something, bro? Hold on. Why you telling them they gotta leave?
Concealing it. Hey guys, I need you to leave the store. I need you guys to leave the store. I saw you concealing your shirt, so I need you and your friends to leave. Let's go. Put the hat down, let's go. Put the stuff down. What? You guys are no longer walking in Spirit, alright?
Who do you think he is?
Idiot. Stuck a shirt in his pants, so I kicked them all out.
Josiah handles the situation, not knowing that he's less than an hour away from a much more serious encounter.
I ain't gonna lie, that was some Buster shit. That was low-key with some Buster shit. I ain't gonna lie, if I'm not even understanding really what that really just did and what he just said, but fool, you just look like a lame now. You look like a goofy now, bro. Cause like, bro.
Live. It begins when a customer's appearance attracts the attention of Josiah and store employees.
God, I see if he's good. He's bleeding from his hands. I know he is. He's getting smoked out. Nah, he's smoked out like. Let's see if he wants. I know where he's at. I've been trying to keep an eye on him.
Is this his house?
I am. Tripping, man.
Josiah moves to a position where he can better watch the man, who authorities will later identify as 41-year-old Chase Beltramo. When Chase heads for the front door with items he hasn't purchased, Josiah breaks into a sprint and a chaotic, violent encounter begins.
This nigga really bad. He really think he in the. Oh man, you said they from where? Mexico somewhere. This nigga really think he a cop for real, and you just security with this little ass store. This look like Durham Sports. Like what the fuck, bro? That nigga was ready for that shit. He was waiting for that shit. What the fuck? Look at him. Chill out, bro.
On your back. Come here. On your stomach.
Is he beating his ass? Is he beating his ass?
Is he trying to come on?
He beating your ass. He put the phone. Nigga had to use the gun, boy. He was getting fucked up over there, and he on top too. Like he over here, like you can just like, but you still getting your ass beat, nigga. And then you still pull up, you up your pipe, folks. Why he falling? What's that? Is that bug spray? Nigga got bug spray.
Shoot you! Get on your back!
What time?
Get on your
Now you down. Oh, don't tell me he's gonna shoot him.
Josiah's body cam falls to the ground and 3 gunshots ring out.
Shots fired! Officer needs help!
You really did that because you was whooping that, bro. You was getting beat up, bro. You serious?
Fire! Come on!
I mean, he was doing a crime. He just did a little crime, though. But, nigga, you can't fight, bro.
Hey, take it easy. You put it easy. Hey, go back up, bro. You're good. You safe, bro. You safe. How are you? I'm good. Get me. Wow. You killed me, bro.
Damn, fool. Damn, see. Nigga, I told you, nigga, that nigga when he went to school, bro, that's all he was eating in school, bro, just straight. You know what I'm saying? He was eating the sandwiches and shit like that. Like, he wasn't even eating the regular, you know what I'm saying, the normal shit. Sometimes they be having some tenders down there, pizza and all type of shit. Then they got PB&Js and salads and shit, nigga, you know?
Josiah protects his body cam, but he's a long way from processing what just happened.
You think he hard? What you calling for?
Oh, number one. Son. Get my backup.
You talking about where's the backup, bro? You don't gotta. He really think he a cop. He really think he a cop, bro. Like, yo, nigga, he talking some, you know when they be talking on the camera, 10-4, well, whatever they do, numbers they be saying, shit like this nigga right here, yo, ass is only security, folks. Nobody really coming, you gotta call the police on your phone. But in security, so they should have a type of backup. You the only one. Yo ass, this is not a type of store that you gotta do all this shit for. Niggas probably just leaving somebody grocery. These not even real groceries, nigga. They got costumes and shit in here, nigga.
Get down here, hey. Get the big bro. Where's the back shit? Relax. You shot, you hurt, you injured. Your shot's hurt. You're hurt.
Determining the truth of that statement will be a job for the Albuquerque Police Department, who are rushing to the scene. In the meantime, Josiah makes another call.
Call mom.
He called his mama. Called his mommy.
There you go. Have a seat, bro. Have a seat. There you go.
Bro, you 25 years old, bro. You're 25 years old. And you security. Bro, suck that shit up, bro, in front of all these other people. Like, this probably why niggas don't even respect y'all, the police and shit like that. Nigga act like a kid. The photo right here, no, he's a goofy. You feel me? Like, niggas just looking at you, fool. They just came over here looking like they was fighting shit and shit. He just popped his ass. You feel me?
Mama killed somebody! I should have not had to. do. Bro, I stopped. I had to.
Ain't this the conversation that you supposed to have with your detectives and shit like that, nigga? Your big homies and shit? Bro, you really just popped a civilian for no reason. He know he going life. He gonna get an L, bro. They gonna give you an L, bro. You getting life.
You know where you shot him? Point blank, bro. Twice.
Point blank where?
Chest.
And the face.
We were trained. Yeah, I had to.
Josiah's direct employer is New Mexico Security Services, and soon his co-worker arrives and jumps into action.
Help him!
Why you crying at these niggas, bro? Like, oh my god.
His private student loan debt.
This nigga's a bitch, bro. I ain't gonna lie, son. I ain't gonna lie, fool.
Somebody's throwing blows.
Yeah.
This not even that type of crime that you gotta kill their ass, bro. He's really getting
As
beat
witnesses
your
try to get the
ass.
story from Josiah, the first cops arrive.
I'm sorry.
If you care, you might have to come over here like that. I don't wanna keep hearing this nigga crying and shit, bro.
Which now records him being placed in handcuffs.
Goof ass nigga.
Yeah, it's real.
Bro, he said he's security. Bro, he is not in security. What outfit is this? All he got is a belt and the key on his shit. Where's your vest? Y'all just wanted a body, fool. Who getting the L?
It should.
What's up with Shorty, though?
Yeah, I call my lawyer.
I know she got a 40. That's how they know you crazy. Nobody don't give a fuck. They got 2 female cops to arrest you and put you in the, you know what I'm saying, the truck, man. Now they ain't no real man, cops, niggas, shit like that, like, bro. And I ain't gonna lie.
There's any way to get that to view if we'd like.
Yeah,
Right here.
Josiah's body cam will give investigators a clear view of the incident, and soon additional footage will show the deadly confrontation from a very different perspective.
You need my best check on you? What's wrong with you?
So passing
You
out.
feel like I'm pass out? Okay. Hurry, let us down.
So you were fighting this guy. I don't need too much details. There's more injuries for yourself. But I don't know. Okay. Just happened to thick. He said he hit you. Well, he ran out. He pushed. He saw the manager, assistant manager up there. So he came out running, but you weren't stabbed or anything. No. Okay. I tried lacing you, like OC's playing. You started grabbing stuff, so I pulled out my gun and okay. And you don't have to tell me anything.
Medics advise Josiah to keep his
Son.
breathing calm and controlled, which may be easier said than done. As it turns out, that may be the least of Josiah's worries. Despite the efforts of first responders, Chase Beltramo dies in the parking lot from a gunshot wound to the upper torso.
I ain't gonna lie. I know it is whatever. He didn't have to do what he did, whatever. I ain't gonna lie, son. You did not have to kill that man, bro. You feel me? Even though it be some cops like that's the last thing I want to do. That nigga wanted to do that shit regardless. He did that shit, tried to pistol whip him and shit, and then he put his gun down. Then he put that little mace, that little we're gonna call it bug spray, cause this nigga not even nothing to me. Not security, no cop, nothing, fool. So, nigga, that's not even nothing. That ain't mace. Pepper spray, nothing, nigga. Like, yeah, fool.
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words,
The investigation stretches into the night, and as homicide detectives prepare to speak with Josiah, Spirit Halloween representatives have to decide on their next step.
I knew she was pretty, folks. I knew it was something up with her. Jay Durham.
So Conference directed us to basically stay closed indefinitely.
No, she was being good.
Why? You don't have to be indefinite.
You think this work could be open tomorrow?
Yeah. We need all Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
At the station, Josiah tries to get a sense of where this investigation.
See, I told you I was like you, but us black people, we gotta stop doing that. I don't care what type of job you got. We need to stop using the white people voice. It don't matter who you around, bro. Just be yourself, bro. Yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie, baby, that's not the real you. I'm already knowing, shorty. I know it.
It might be going.
Did you see the footage of this one? Yeah, I saw the footage of this one. Was it like clear or footage? Yeah, like the audio was really good on the video. What are your thoughts? Cause I have some thoughts.
Investigators will have to use witness statements and footage to make their determinations, because Josiah has little to say about the incident.
Honestly, you guys record?
We'll record every incident that we get into.
Okay, good. That's it. I'm always helpful, to be honest with you. It falls to your benefit all the time, from my point of view.
It does.
Would you like to talk to us about the evening, the next time?
I will, but I have an attorney because we have right to bear.
Okay.
So I don't know their number. So anytime they say we should need to call them, they'll help us through the process.
Josiah is referring to a special liability policy he purchased that offers members legal aid if they're involved in a self-defense incident. The detectives agree to help put him in contact with one of the company's lawyers.
I'm an attorney in Colorado with the Right to Bear Network, and from what I hear right now, this is an incident that may or may not be covered by Right to Bear, depending on what the charges are, the outcome, and the additional investigation.
Is your client willing to answer questions with your presence? How would you like this to proceed?
The lawyer explains that Josiah cannot be his client because he's from out of state and not licensed in New Mexico, but he recommends that Josiah be given time to rest and find a local attorney before answering questions. But if a good night's sleep is the key, Josiah's accommodations are perhaps less than ideal.
Mine. Take care of handcuffs. I'm taking this one. Get some glass on.
That's probably you're probably obligated.
Deity?
Yeah. Meaning day could be 12, it depends on my jet season. It could be either this morning, which is Friday morning, or Saturday morning. You don't have to keep working, and all that stuff is not there. So they're most likely going to release you. That's just based on what the believes. Now, it doesn't have a whole different aspect. Okay. But you're being held, you're not held on open calendar or is a criminal charge, meaning that there's no first degree charge. You don't have a first degree murder. Instead of a second or something below it. And then get a hold of an attorney here and now and walk from there, okay?
For now, however, Josiah is taken to the Metropolitan Detention Center. En route, he asks for a small favor.
So I think that's looks like a vape or something? Yeah. That can't go with you. Can I hit it before you toss it away? I think I think I can let you do that.
This nigga bugging, fool. Oh, they gave him the vape and all, fool. Is that a raise? That's funny as shit, fuck.
I need that all day.
At the jail, the officer not only takes Josiah's vape, but his security patches as well.
I don't know how much people have heard and, using that and stuff, so we got people giving issues, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Inside the booking area, issues do indeed materialize, but the anger isn't directed
I got other fiends over there tweaking. This guy over there bugging.
When pieces.
This jail right here for y'all, folks. That's jail for y'all. You know what I'm saying? This nigga like the goddamn
Restored, the officers take a look at some of the first shocking images.
Shorty bad too. Like, damn, where the fuck all these little officers at, dude? Like, they said Mexico, right? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I probably ain't never gonna go to Mexico. I ain't no time, ain't no telling. That border and all type of shit. I'm gonna definitely get my passport though for shit, sure. But I ain't gonna lie, I might have to just drive my shit. Only way I'm getting on the plane is when I'm going somewhere far. You feel me? Hawaii or some shit, and might take her with me.
From tonight's incident at Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, that little and all them pictures and shit. Oh yeah, this first degree murder.
These images come from surveillance cameras at the store, one of which provides a new vantage point on the tragic altercation. Right from the moment a store employee intervenes to keep Chase Beltramo from stealing, and only seconds before Josiah rushes in.
This is why I stopped shopping.
So this nigga right here look like a fucking... Damn! We mad as shit. Hold on, folks. I ain't seen the footage. We seen the footage, but we said body cam. But dude, you literally just doing bro wrong, man. What the hell? He look old. And then that's where he out the pipe. Trying to raw dog that nigga, man. What the man?
Roughly a minute into the chaos, both men roll out of view. Only seconds later, 3 gunshots bring the confrontation to an end. As dramatic as the footage is, the case soon hits a snag, the first hint of which detectives got when they called Josiah's mother earlier tonight.
You called me on my work phone, and I don't feel comfortable speaking to you on my work phone. How did you get my work number?
We have one of the district attorneys with us, and she was able to work through. They have your guys' information. We do not.
As the detective explains the next day, her employment puts a wrinkle in the prosecution.
Amigo's mother works for the district attorney's office.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So
I didn't actually know that even.
yeah. So to ensure that there is no complications further in the case, all of this is going to be handed over to an actual attorney in the city. that does not work with the district attorney's office.
Does he have any charges against him yet, or?
Yes, we did charge him with second-degree murder last night.
So when we were watching the footage, it looks to be self-defense, because it looks like the guy had a hacksaw or something that he was trying to hit him with.
The victim, Chase Beltramo, did have previous run-ins with the law, including a 2013 conviction for misdemeanor shoplifting and a 2014 felony conviction for residential burglary. Josiah's fate, however, will not be based on the victim's past, but by what is seen in the footage, including his own body cam recording. When investigators review all the footage and speak to the witnesses on scene, they conclude that Chase Beltramo was not armed at any point in the altercation.
So he doesn't have an expectation of privacy on a camera.
Hell no, he didn't, bro.
They do this for their legal needs to be able to say, hey, you did this within our call.
And I'm glad this Santa Claus looking ass nigga right here, and I'm glad he know this shit, man. You feel me? Bro was never armed. I thought it was like a goddamn a hawk or some shit like that, but hell no, bro. Even that shit ain't nothing beside of a gun, nigga. You feel me? So
Policies? No, you did this with outsider policies. It's the same thing we do with ours. Like, we're recording for the purpose of legal bounds, but it also keeps us within. It protects everybody. Yeah, it protects everybody. It tells you that the officer doesn't matter. I mean, to be frank, being an absolute.
The arrest affidavit against 25-year-old Josiah Armijo argues that while he may have had probable cause to stop Chase from shoplifting, Chase seemed to be attempting to flee the scene until Josiah put him in a life-threatening position by pointing a loaded weapon at him. The affidavit also criticizes Josiah's use of pepper spray only inches away from Chase's face. The document concludes, because Josiah didn't have the necessary need for the use of deadly force, he was charged with second-degree murder for the shooting of Chase. Josiah Armijo was released on his own recognizance 2 days after the incident. Court records indicate that he has entered a plea of not guilty. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, court records indicate he was charged with second-degree murder for the shooting of Chase. Josiah Armijo was released on his own recognizance 2 days after the incident. Court records indicate that he has entered a plea of not guilty. If you'd like to see select new videos early and...
I ain't gonna lie, that's OG, fool. That's OG, fool.